Mo an ay, ayun pala.
Ayan. Ako na lang mag-record.
Sige, sige.
Okay na. Ayan. Okay, bigyan na po tayo. Hello po, Doc. Nandiyan po kayo.
Yes,
Ay, sorry.
nakamute lang ako, LG. Yes,
Sorry
yes.
po.
Okay lang. You can start anytime.
Okay, good morning to our thesis advisor, Doc Saibel Patalan. My name is Legion Ordoña, together with my thesis partner, Kin Gabriel Messina. We are to defend our thesis proposal titled Removal of Nitrate in Aqueous Solution Using Polyaniline-Coated Kapok Fibers. So to start off, Philippines is known to be an agricultural country where farming is the most common form of employment. And the methods used in farming involves agrochemicals where farmers uses fertilizers which help boost the agricultural production. But excessive use of these fertilizers resulted to land degradation and soil fertility as this contains chemicals such as nitrogen and phosphorus. And these nitrates are the oxidized form of nitrogen, and they occur in the soil, and excessive nitrates that dissipate from the soil reaches groundwater. As these nitrates reaches the groundwater and travels from surface water, they possess health hazard, and it is toxic when they also reach the food chain, and this causes eutrophication in large bodies of water. Eutrophication is the process where the environment becomes enriched with nutrients, increasing the amount of algae growth, as seen from the picture here below. So, several studies have been conducted on removal of nitrates in water, and adsorption is found to be a better choice among the other methods because of its efficiency and other promising capabilities. The adsorbent that will be used is kapok fiber, which has interesting properties, and this will be integrated with polyaniline via dip coating, and this will be further explained on the review of related literature. So for the gap of the study, no study conducted or records on polyaniline coated kapok fibers via dip coating. For the objectives of the study, we are to evaluate the polyaniline-coated kapok fibers that will be synthesized by dip coating. And also, we are to examine its removal efficiency of nitrates from aqueous solution. Moving on to the significance of the study, we are to provide scientific data and additional information in removing nitrate contaminants in aqueous solution. And also, to show how renewable sources such as kapok fiber can be utilized in keeping the water environment safer. For the scope, the study will determine if polyaniline-coated kapok fiber is effective in nitrate removal. And the elimination, this study does not cover the adsorption of other chemicals besides nitrate and the life cycle of polyaniline-coated kapok fibers. So moving on to review of related literature, let's begin with kapok fiber. So kapok fiber is described as yellowish, odorless, fluffy, non-toxic, and non-allergic. It is also cheap and renewable. It is characterized by its hallowed structure, and it has a low specific mass, so it is lightweight. And kapok fibers contains waxy substance contributing to its hydrophobic oleophilic characteristic. So meaning these kapok fibers are excellent oil adsorbing materials but hinders the absorption of aqueous media. And the removal of most water contaminants from wastewater occurs in aqueous solution. So the surface of kapok fibers can be manipulated through the application of deep coating to absorb contaminants in water. So kapok fiber are made up of 64% cellulose, 13% lignin, and 23% pentosan. For the adsorption, as in from this figure, adsorption is defined as a process where atoms, molecules, or ions, which is the adsorbate, adheres to the surface of the solid or substrate, which is called the adsorbent. In this case, the kapok fiber will act as the adsorbent, and the adsorbate would be the contaminants, which is the nitrates. So absorption is the chosen method for nitrate removal due to its design flexibility. High quality treated effluents regenerates adsorbents, simple operation, high efficiency, and has various industrial applications such as depurating gas for liquid emissions and to fractionate air mixture. And for the nitrates are commonly used in agricultural aspects such as farming where it is used as fertilizers. So as seen from this figure, nitrates came from the fertilizers, and they as it is in the soil, it leaches out, reaching the groundwater, and this happens when there is excess nitrates. As it dissipates from the soil, reaching groundwater and travels to surface water, that's where health risk occurs, and it involves damage to the human health. And also, one of the notable health risks are what we call blue baby syndrome or methemoglobinemia, where this affects infants, and as they consume ample amount of nitrate, they turn blue. And also lastly, excess nitrates can cause eutrophication. And again, eutrophication is the process where the environment becomes enriched with nutrients, increasing the amount of algae growth.
For the polyaniline, it is well-known conductive polymer, and it has several advantages of having high electrical conductivity, environmental and thermal stability. It is also low cost. It is can simply synthesize and also non-toxic. The chemical composition of polyaniline is benzenoid, quinonoid, nitrogen, and hydrogen. It is mainly composed of aromatic rings, and polyaniline can be used as absorbent because of its reactive amine and imine groups. Because the interaction of molecules to have high absorption capacity and selectivity in waste matter. The amine and imine groups is considered as nonpolars. That makes the polyaniline also nonpolar. Next. For the methodology, we have the synthesis of polyaniline and synthesis of polyaniline coated kapok fibers. The synthesis of polyaniline starts by adding the oxidizing agent or ammonium persulfate to the deionized water while in ice bath. And then the aniline will be added to the hydrochloric acid, which is also in ice bath. Then the ammonium persulfate solution will be added dropwise until all are dropped into the hydrochloric acid, producing the polyaniline solution. For the synthesis of the polyaniline coated kapok fibers, we will start by dipping the kapok fibers to the distilled water with sodium chloride and acetic acid. Then it will be agitated for 1 hour at 700 RPM in 90 degrees Celsius. After the agitation, it will be washed using distilled water and will be dried overnight. Then we will use the dip coating method by soaking the kapok fiber in the polyaniline solution, and it will be hung dry for 60 minutes. The fibers will then be washed using deionized water and dried overnight at room temperature, producing the polyaniline kapok fiber, which is our final product. For the characterization, we will use SEM, contact angle measurement, and FTIR. The SEM will be used to visually determine the changes caused by polyaniline coating, which will be used to investigate the surface morphology of the kapok fibers. The contact angle measurement will be used to determine the hydrophobicity and hydrophilicity of the kapok fiber before and after the coating of polyaniline. And the FTIR will be used for the investigation of changes that is caused by polyaniline treatment to the kapok fiber. We will also use the UVVs or ultraviolet visible spectroscopy to measure the amount of nitrate absorbed in the contaminated water before and after the addition of the polyaniline coated kapok fiber. For the analysis and comparison results, all the results from different tests will be conducted using the polyaniline coated kapok fiber, which will be analyzed. The data from the analysis will show information before and after the incorporation of polyaniline, and the comparison between the samples will be conducted to determine whether the final product is effective for absorption. Then we will identify whether the polyaniline coated kapok fiber can be used in the removal of nitrate. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Balik tayo sa slide 1. Ayan. Tanggalin niyo yung period sa title.
Okay po, ma'am.
You have to remove the period sa title, and then yun nga, ako ba yung main advisor? Because non-MAPUA faculty kasi ako eh. So alam ko, main advisor lang ata can only be yung MAPUA faculty. Am I right? Did you verify this with Doc Maya ba?
Last time po, Doc, na nakausap namin si Doc Maya, siya daw po yung co-advisor namin.
Okay. Co-advisor. Sige, sige.
Opo.
So, paggawa na lang yung sa front ng names, DR, period. Pareho sa amin ni Doc.
Dahil pong error, sorry.
That's okay, that's okay. Tapos, na-note naman no, LJ, are you taking down notes?
Yes po.
Sa gagawin na change. Okay, second page tayo. I mean, second slide, sorry. So, dito guys, I'd like you to, kasi masyadong madami biglang, how do you say this? Masyadong info bigla, yung tinapon mo sa panel, sa intro. So, I
Okay.
was thinking to split this into 2 or 3 slides. So, ilalagay mo lang dito, introduction. Maybe yung introduction ng word, maybe we can increase the font, bigger font tayo sa introduction na section. And then, so, syempre, lalagay ninyo dito is Philippines. Kahit tanggalin nyo na guys yung PH. Di mo naman ginamit ulit yung PH eh.
Okay po.
Philippines is an as an agricultural country. You can remove farming. You can put this sa notes. Di ba may notes yung PowerPoint natin?
Yes, Doc.
Oo. So, sabihin nyo na lang, Philippines is an agricultural country. So, basically, farming, you have to give in statistics. So, parang, yung agriculture ba, ilang porsyento ng GDP? Meron yan sa,
Okay po.
ano ninyo, di ba?
Apo.
Oo. Parang, so when you say Philippines is an agricultural country where agriculture contributes around, sabihin lang natin, 80% of the GDP ng ekonomiya. And with agriculture, so basically with farming and agriculture, they use fertilizer. So, kahit tanggalin tong or modify tong methods used in farming, kahit wag nang involves agrochemicals. So, lagay na lang for farming methods involves fertilizers.
Okay po.
So,
Noted.
farming methods involves fertilizers, and fertilizers, they contain nitrogen and phosphorus. So, you can say na lang, kahit tanggalin yung excessive use, you can just put sa notes na since if there's excessive use in fertilizer, then in an agricultural country, then basically when it rains, mapupunta siya sa mga ilog o mapupunta siya sa groundwater natin. Magli-leach out siya.
Reach out po.
Opo. So, I am thinking na you can also include nitrates. So, fertilizers contains nitrogen and phosphorus. So, yung nitrates, medyo naninibago kasi ako na ang daming, how do you say this? Ang daming yung bullet points. Typically,
Masyado po
when you
ba
show
madami?
a slide, parang you have main and then may farming. Methods used in farming, may fertilizer sa ilalim. Fertilizers containing nitrogen and phosphorus, excessive use. Etong mga bullet points na nilagay ninyo, sub-bullet points, yung sa ilalim, farming, fertilizers, excessive use, you can just put that in the notes. Para malinis tingnan. As in, and can you also increase the font size? Ang liit niya. Ang
Font
laki
size.
ng space. Please use the space, guys. Huwag pahirapan ng panel members. So, basically, increase the font size. Yung introduction, increase the font size. Title na to eh. So, increase the font size as well of the text. So, you can put here the nitrates and then kahit dito is dash. Tapos maglagay kayo like toxic, can cause eutrophication and health hazards for humans. So, isang line na lang yon, nitrates dash, tapos etong mga points ninyo sa ilalim ng nitrates into 1 cent. Pag na-revise ninyo, can you show it to me then maya-mayang gabi after nyo ma-revise?
Yes po. No.
Okay. So, etong absorption and deep coating, can we put it in another slide?
Adsorption and deep coating po.
Yes. Oo. Punta kayo, gawa kayo ng second slide, introduction ulit. So, meron kang bullet point na adsorption, sabihin mo na lang is one of parang commonly utilized wastewater treatment technology. Na sabihin nyo na lang na adsorption is one of the commonly used methods in treating nitrate para matanggal siya sa river, sa water bodies, or sa groundwater. So, dapat yun yung second slide ninyo. So, with the adsorption, kasi parang nakita nyo dito, may kapok fiber kayo. Ano dito yung, I forgot, can you give me your spiel when you talk about adsorption and yung coating? Kasi dapat when you present, you have to explain to us, bakit ko gagamitin ang kapok fiber? Bakit ko gagamitin ang polyaniline? Bakit ko gagamitin ang dip coating? Pero alam ko naman, yung dip coating naman, guys, may dip coating kayo sa kabila, no? Sa RRL, am I right? Wala.
Wala po.
Yung second
Wala
slide
po.
ba, yun na yung dip coating? Tama ba?
Po?
Can we go to next slide nga? Okay. So, wala tayong, okay, that's okay. So,
Kapok fiber po, tapos adsorption in nitrates.
actually nga, sige, madami kayong babaguhin actually. So, balik tayo. So, gawa tayo ng panibagong slide for adsorption. Wait lang ha. So, gawa ng panibagong slide sa adsorption. Sa adsorption, lagay lang kayo ng definition ng adsorption. I-paraphrase nyo in phrase, hindi in sentences ha. Like naka-phrase, ilagay nyo na lang sa notes yung buong sentence pag gusto nyo basahin. Na ano yung adsorption, and then you can put in your notes na adsorption is one of the methods used in removing nitrates from water bodies like rivers, the groundwater, the lakes, etc. Tas in absorption, sabihin mo, your study is about synthesizing a new adsorbent na gagamitin sa adsorption. So yung adsorbent na yon, doon na natin i-introduce. Maglagay kayo ng isang bullet point. Kapok fiber. So ano ba yung kapok fiber? Nilagay nyo ata, abundant and cheap, tama?
Cheap
Am
and
I right?
renewable po.
Ayun, lagay natin sa second slide, di ba? Meron ka ng adsorption, tas meron ka ng, introduce mo na yung kapok fiber mo na sabihin mo na available and renewable, available in the Philippines kasi very important na yung sinasabi, yung gagamitin ninyo, available sa bansa natin. So, kapok fiber, available in the Philippines or ano ba yun? Available or abundant? I'm not sure what did you use. Abundant in the Philippines, tas renewable. So basically, yung ibang bullet points nyo sa RRL, ilagay muna natin sa introduction. So yung renewable, yung abundant, yung kapok fiber, tanggalin nyo na doon, ilagay natin dito.
So, Doc, dapat po pala sa introduction po lang po, na-explain
Meron
po
ng,
lahat.
may explain lang ng konti. Kasi nga, doon ka na magde-delve sa RRL. Though, I'm not sure guys, did you ask Doc Maya how you present? Because, yung presentation sa amin siguro pwede na rin sa RRL na rin. Anyway, so,
Wala
kapok
pa pong
fiber,
instruction sa amin si Doc Mai. Parang ito pong video po, ay itong presentation po natin ngayon, i-check po ni Doc.
okay, sige.
Apo. Ay, sorry, Doc Sai. Bali, may remaining 5 minutes pa po tayo, tapos magka-cut off po to. Di po kasi kami naka-premium.
Wait, sige, try ko ako gagawa. Pag nawala tayo, gawa ako ng Zoom link and then I'll send it to you guys kung pwede kayong maki-join.
Okay po.
Ha?
Apo.
Oo. So, yun. So, i-introduce nyo na dito yung kapok fiber. So, pag naglagay kayo adsorption, kapok fiber, picture ng kapok fiber na yung raw kapok fiber. So, sa second slide ninyo, may picture kayo ng raw kapok fiber. Tapos, magkaroon na rin kayo ng molecular structure ng polyaniline. So, ilagay nyo na rin polyaniline. Ano yung definition ni polyaniline sa second slide, So, sa second slide, meron kang adsorption, kapok fiber, polyaniline. Tanggalin mo lang muna yung dip coating. Huwag muna natin yung pag-usapan. Later na natin pag-usapan yun. So, basically, adsorption, kapok fiber, and polyaniline sa second slide. Oo, na i-define niyo yung polyaniline. Meron naman kayong figure na ilalagay. I think, tanggalin natin dun sa RRL yung molecular structure ni polyaniline and then ilagay ninyo dito sa intro. Ilagay niyo na lang sa intro sa second slide. para at least you can say ano yung mga rings na kay polyaniline, na polyaniline is composed of the quinoid rings, of hydrogen, of nitrogen. Pwede nyo na rin yung dito ilagay. Huwag muna natin pag-usapan yung deep coating. This guys, di ba sa baba, eutrophication to?
Yes po.
Pwedeng lagyan natin ng ano lang, ng caption, eutrophication.
Sa
Para
mismong
at least,
picture po?
Oo, sa picture, yes.
Okay po.
Tapos sa health hazard, if you'd like, you can put dito, kung may pictures tayo ng blue baby syndrome, I know it's graphic, pero if you could put yung photos ng blue baby syndrome, you can put that here. Tapos unahin nyo guys na
Sa
nitrates.
second page na po yun, Doc. Yung...
Guys, dito, kasi sa first page, etong slide na to, di ba? Dito sa intro, you'll be tackling Philippines is an agricultural country. Methods involves fertilizers. Fertilizer, may nitrogen, may phosphorus. Nitrogen means nitrates. So excessive nitrate use is toxic to both the environment and humans. So etong toxic dito, kahit ilagay nyo na lang sa notes, na ilagay lang, sabihin lang natin sa notes na excessive use of nitrates is actually harmful to both the environment and humans. It has health hazards sa humans. You can probably say 1 or 2 health hazards caused by nitrates, and then yun na, yung eutrophication. So since sa slide 1, etong slide 1 pa lang, may farming ka, etong second picture, palitan natin ng blue baby syndrome, guys. Tapos yung third picture, lagyan nyo lang ng eutrophication, yung nakikita, para at least alam ng panel na eto yung eutrophication na sinasabi nila. Tapos yung second page, yun na yung adsorption. Anong definition ng adsorption? Yung kapok fibers, and yung polyaniline. Laging may definition. Ano yung kapok fibers, ano yung polyaniline, ano yung adsorption. Then, pwede natin ilagay yung iba sa notes. Did you nag-timer kayo guys sa presentation ninyo kanina? Hindi na.
Parang less
Mga
than 15 minutes.
Okay, so okay naman. Within ano naman.
Ilan minutes tayo?
Sige.
Nakapag-time ka?
Ayan, meeting
Parang
time
nakita
is...
Ay, nakita ko parang nag-start tayo 10:04, tapos natapos ng 10:21.
Okay. Sige. Guys, bago tayo ma-cut off, gusto niyo baba na muna natin. Gawa muna ako ng link.
Sige po, Doc. Save ko lang po.
Send ko sa ano.
Okay po.
Sige. Sige. Bye.
Bye po.